So just talk us through where you were again.
Thanks to me.
In my office in the sixth form study area, actually, until I popped into a maths lesson and got interested and decided to have a look at what was going on here. And now I'm here. So where I was in terms of the question, see, you ask an English teacher where they were, they give you a literal answer because we interpret the meaning of the question, don't we? I was trying to work out how much Ben earns per hour and how much Kerry earns per hour, and I'm really hoping, for purposes of equality, that they earn something similar. Unless, obviously, if Kerry earns less than Ben, I'd hope that Ben's level of work is commensurate with higher earnings. However, what we've done here is we've got we write two simple equations that tell us the answers up here. So we know that we're just going to call this one B and this one C because B is for Ben and C is for Kerry. So we're going to go 6B and 5C equals 116. And then the next formula is the same thing. We've got 4B and 8C equals 138. And so then the task is to find C and B. At this point, part of me is wanting to go, there it is, and there it is. And so then, in order to do that, what I need to do is create something common. Now, 5 is not a multiple of 8. And never will be, and half of 5 wouldn't be a multiple of half of 8 or anything like that. Excuse me if I'm using the wrong words. However, what I do know is that 4 and 6 are both created by 2. So, you know what I mean? They're multiples of each other, aren't they? Or they're multiples of 2? They're multiples of 2. So I know that if I do change them to 12, there is something I can do that makes the equation common. So I got 12b. So I know that 12b, basically, if I times that whole equation by 2 and that whole equation by 3, both my new equations will begin with 12, right? So, and then I got something common that's going to help me get there, right? So I got 116 times 2 is 232, 5c times 2 is 10c, 6c times 2 is 6b. And then I go for 3. So if I times this whole thing by 3, I got 12b plus 24c equals 176. How much?
400.
Oh, I haven't done.
Just test yourself, really. 414.
Let me just explain why I went wrong there. I times it by, I forgot the first number, didn't I? So I'd done that bit. I times it by 2.
Just keep going.
Now then, from here, we're very, very dangerously close to finding out how much Ben and Kerry earn. And in order to do this, am I going to have to do something about the fact that 10 and 12 are multiples of something?
So call them 3 and 4 here. So call this one number 3 and put like 3 in a circle.
Yeah.
And then the one underneath 4 in a circle.
Yeah.
Say 4 take away 3.
Because.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go 0.
So 0 is just gone, we just get rid of it.
Yeah, so we get rid of it, and it leaves us with. Hang on, it leaves us with. It leaves us with 14c equals.
182, so.
Does it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yes, so 4 minus 3. Sorry, I nearly I thought it was going to be a minus because I was deleting the wrong ones.
Well, that's why we did 4 take away 3, so we didn't have a minus.
Mr. Ashton, is this video, and I find this quite a helpful thing to have in English, is this video essentially like a series, like a kind of a tour of all the pitfalls of this question and the places where someone could go wrong? So 14c equals 142, which 182, which means that c equals
13.
Oh, shut up!
You can't do it without a calculator. You
I would have been able to do that without a calculator. I'm really good at mental arithmetic. And so now that means that if c equals 13. Quite how I'm going to turn that into how much Kerry...
So Kerry earns £13 an hour, sir.
Great.
We need to find out how much Ben earns now. Well saved.
Now, I know you've told me Kerry earns £13 an hour. However, I don't quite understand how.
David, tell him about how.
Oh, it's because it's the number of hours left that Kerry worked more than Ben on that particular day, isn't it?
So basically, you found out that by doing 4 take away 3,
Yeah.
you found out that 14 hours that Kerry works is equal to £182. So
Yes,
you
I did,
divide
yes.
it by 14, so 182, which is 13.
Yeah.
So it's £13 an hour.
So she earns £13 an hour. Now, Ben, he must have been earning...
Put it back in the formula. You just stick it back in either to 1 or 2, so because they're smaller numbers, easier to sub into.
So I just go, oh, so now that I know how much Kerry's earning, I can. That changes how I treat this formula up here, doesn't it? So now I know what one of the numbers is. So I now know that if I go 6b plus, and then it's 5c, so 5 times 13 is
65.
100 and... What? And
That's equal to
116.
That's it.
So that means that 6b is, don't call this one out, guys, I'm going to get this one myself. 6b is, so what I would normally do now is I'd round up to 100 and go, that's 35 plus 16, and 35 plus 16 is 51.
So 6 is not equal to 51.
That's good. I like that. Sir.
Have I got it right?
Yeah.
So 6 is not equal to 51.
6b equals 51, so Ben earns 51 divided by 6.
That will go to calculate 6 because it's.
Well, no, let me have a go.
It's not created by 6.
51 divided by 6. Or see, what I would normally do is I'd halve 51 and I'd go 25.5 divided by 3. And then I'd just guess it. But it's wrong. So let's get a calculator.
But you've got the right answer, sir.
51 divided by 6. Ben earns... Oh,
Press S. It's changed to D.
that one?
Yeah, that one.
Ben earns £8.50, which means that
8.5.
Kerry owns Ben.
We have a big round of applause for Sarah. Just say, if I went into